Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and very good morning to all of you. I hope you are safe and sound. Welcome to Melly's Telegram classes. This is the grammar lesson for Advanced Level Part 2. Up to now, we have talked about the three types of sentence according to structure: simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. Now let's talk about the compound complex sentence today. What is it? A sentence that has two main or independent clauses. Two main clauses and one subordinate or dependent clause. So on one hand, we have two main clauses or dependent clauses. On the other hand, we have got one dependent or subordinate clause. Let's have some examples. When I was speaking, this is the dependent or subordinate clause because it does not have a complete meaning. A student stood up, the first independent clause. He left the class, the other independent clause. So we have got in total two independent clauses and one dependent clause. That's why we call it compound complex sentence. Why do we call it compound complex sentence? Because it has the properties of both of them, both compound sentence and complex sentence. First of all, if you see, here, from a student up to the class, we have a compound sentence. But from while up to stood up, we have a complex sentence. She will call him and she will meet him if he agrees with her. So see here, we've got she will call him, it's the first independent clause. She will meet him, the other independent clause. If he agrees with her, this is the dependent clause. While I was explaining the lesson, the dependent or subordinate clause, a student knocked on the door, the first independent clause. He asked me a question, this is the other independent clause. Now let's have an oral exercise. Identify each of the following sentences as simple, compound, complex, or compound complex. There are 6 sentences altogether, and I want you to find the type of those sentences. Let me do the first one. Omar and Nemat worked on the books all day today. So here, let's try to find it. The subject is Omar and Nemat. We've got 2 subjects. The verb is worked. On the books all day today is the rest of the sentence or the complement. It means that we have got 2 subjects, 1 verb. And if you remember, that's a formula of a simple sentence. So it's a simple sentence. Option A is correct. Okay, now you do number 2. After the tornado hit, my house was completely destroyed. What is it? Let's find it. After the tornado hit, it is a dependent or subordinate clause because it does not have a complete meaning. My house was completely destroyed. It's an independent clause. So on the one hand, we have got a dependent clause, and on the other hand, we've got an independent clause. It means that we've got a complex sentence here. Okay, number 3. This summer, our vacation should be both exciting and restful. So it is a simple sentence. It has subject and verb. One subject, one verb. Those clouds promise rain, so we should hurry up and leave before we get caught in a flash flood. What is it? Let's find out. Those clouds promise rain. It's an independent clause. We should hurry up and leave. This is another independent clause. Before we get caught in a flash flood, this is the dependent or subordinate clause. So in total, we've got a compound complex sentence because we have got 2 independent clauses and 1 dependent clause. Now let's do the last 2. So, number 5. We decided to go fishing and camp out at a lake. We've got a subject, we. Decided, it's a verb, and that's the rest of the sentence. So it is a simple sentence. Number 6. Since we had only gone a mile from the camp, we decided to return before dark. Here we've got a dependent clause and one independent clause. It means it is a complex sentence. This concludes our session for today. Do not forget the exercise on the same lesson. Remember, this was just a short version of our today's lesson. The same lesson is taught in complete details in our regular classes. Thank you very much.